Hey guys, Biggs here, and welcome to episode 10 of Rare and Collectible PS3 games. We'll get right into it, guys. First game I want to talk about is Guilty Gear Sign XRD. This is the first of the two Guilty Gear games released on the PS3. The second one is Guilty Gear XRD Revelator. Sign was actually only released in North America, so if you want to get a copy and you're in the PAL region, you have to import it. In North America, this is quite expensive. It's like that in Europe as well. However, in Australia, you can get a copy for about $20. I believe that EB Games overstocked this game in Australia of all places, so it's cheaper here, which is quite funny. So that's the Guilty Gear games. And again, Guilty Gear games are pretty collectible on all systems, so I find these games will probably tend to hold their price later down the track. Next game we're going to talk about is another NA exclusive. It is Hail to the Chimp. I've never actually played this game, so I couldn't really tell you guys what it's about. Yeah, it looks to be a fun game type, party game type game. But it was quite difficult to track down to import for me. Yeah, I'm sure in America it's quite a common game to find, but outside of America that was quite difficult for me to find. I paid about $20 to get it. Next game I want to talk about is quite hard to find. It's a visual novel. It's had Hakuduki. I apologise if I mispronounced that. I actually got this with the limited edition. It comes with a big box of like comb and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a visual novel. It was only released in North America, so it's going to be pretty expensive to import. I checked the other day, I think the cheapest copy on eBay was about $45, so good luck getting a copy of this one, guys. The next set of games we're going to talk about are actually PAL exclusives, and they were only released in Europe and I believe Brazil. First is the Handball Challenge 14. Then we've got Handball 16 and Handball 17. So there we have all the handball games for the PS3, 14, 16 and 17. Yeah, I'm not sure why there wasn't a 15. I've never played them, so I can't comment on how they are. Next game I want to talk about was an early release game. It's not too hard to find, but I believe it's quite collectible. It's definitely a hidden gem, and I'd pick it up. It's Heavenly Sword. This is like a beat 'em up type action hack and slash game. Sorry, it's not a beat 'em up, it's a hack and slash game. It's really fun, heaps of enemies. Yeah, you guys should definitely pick it up. You can find copies under $10. The next game I'm going to talk about today is the Hitman Trilogy. And this is the PAL version. This includes Hitman 2, Contracts, and Blood Money. Like all the trilogy packs, I believe they're really collectible and I'd definitely pick them up. So there's the Hitman Classics HD Trilogy. Next game we're going to talk about, guys, is an NA exclusive. Here we have Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds. This is similar to the Everybody's Golf series. But yeah, this was only released in North America, and it's quite difficult to find outside of North America, and even in North America, copies are quite expensive, in the $20 plus range, so yeah, if you see this one on the cheap, guys, definitely pick it up. Next one, I want to talk about a kids game. Here we have Hot Wheels, World's Best Driver. Yeah, I've only seen this a few times in the wild, to be honest, guys. And I've been looking for a very long time, so if you see this for a good price, definitely pick it up. Make sure it's complete. I wouldn't pay over $10 for it personally, but yeah, if you have trouble finding this, you may be inclined to pay a little bit more. That's Hot Wheels. Now, the next set of kids games I want to talk about are, in my opinion, quite difficult to find. That are the How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2. 1 especially was hard to find. I got a copy from Europe. Yeah, if you can see a copy under $20, I'll definitely pick it up, guys. And here we have number 2. Number 2 is a little bit easier to find, but copies are still going for the $15 to $20 range. So if you see these under that price, guys, definitely pick them up. That's the How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2. So the next game I'm going to talk about was a EU exclusive. First game in the series was Hunter's Trophy. I don't believe that's quite rare or collectible, but the second one definitely is. Hunter's Trophy 2. It was a Big Ben game. This is only released in Europe. It's quite expensive online, so good luck getting a copy. In Europe itself, in Germany at least, copies are quite more common and cheaper to find. So if you're in those regions of the world, you shouldn't have any trouble finding them. If you're not, good luck getting a copy. I was thankful that a friend in Germany was able to help me find a copy. The next set of games I want to talk about are JRPGs. And it is the Hyper Dementia Neptunia series. Here we have the first one. Hyper Dementia Neptunia MK2. Hyper Dementia Neptunia Victory. Of the 3 I've just spoke about, Victory is definitely the hardest one to find. You can find the other 2 under $20. This one's going to be the $20 to $30 range, so good luck getting that one, guys. And the last one I want to talk about is definitely the hardest of the 3 to get. It was only released in Europe. Hardest of the 3, it's the 4th, and it is the trilogy. And now this is the Hyper Dementia Neptunia Hyper Collection. Yeah, this is the German version. It's all in English. It comes with a reversible cover, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's another JRPG series, guys. It was quite difficult to find all 4, so good luck in getting those, and definitely add them to your collection if you can find them. Next set of games I want to talk about are HD classics, and it's the NA, the PAL version. It is the Eco and the Shadow of the Colossus collection. Here we have the PAL and the NA version, so there you go, guys, with different covers. They both look pretty cool. I'd like to get all the PAL and NA HD collections and Classics HD games, just because they look pretty cool in their sets. I've almost collected them all, I believe. Again, these were redone on PS4, but obviously us being PS3 collectors want to get them on the PS3, and they've done an HD on the PS3, so there's no reason not to pick these up and play them on the PS3. They're amazing games, guys. The next game I want to talk about is Ice Age Dawn of the Dragons. This is a $15 to $20 game. You might be able to find it a little bit cheaper. It's not the hardest to find, but being a kid's game, it is quite collectible again, guys. Especially finding a complete copy of the manual. That's Ice Age Dawn of the Dragons. Now the next game is significantly harder to find. It was only released in Europe. It is Ice Age 4 Continental Drift. I got a German copy. Yeah, this is really difficult to find. I believe, no, I might even have a UK copy. The disc just has the German rating on it, so. Yeah, with PAL games, they have all the ratings on the disc usually. Yeah, so that's Ice Age 4 Continental Drift. I spent a long time trying to find this, guys. I eventually got a copy. Actually, it was years ago now, so I couldn't tell you how. It was possibly through someone in the UK. The next game I want to talk about is the Infamous collection. This includes Infamous 1, 2, as well as all the DLC, extra missions, additional costumes, power-ups, and weapon styles. It's one of the collection games that looks pretty cool. There we go, the Infamous collection. definitely want to add that one to the collection, guys. Next game I want to talk about was another PAL exclusive. It is Iron Sky Invasion. It's a space game. I've never played it. Can't imagine it being too good. Yeah, it's definitely a game that you don't see very often at all. Online prices aren't too expensive, so you should be able to find a copy under $20. So that's Iron Sky Invasion. And the last game we're going to talk about today, guys, is J-Stars Victory vs. Plus. Now, this is a fighting game. I rarely ever see it, and copies go for $20 to $30. So good luck getting this one, guys. There was a Japanese version that was just J-Stars Victory without the Versus Plus. It has less characters, so that Japanese version is a little bit cheaper, but it's not in English. Yeah, so that's J-Stars Victory vs. Plus. So definitely look out for this one, guys. And that concludes episode 10 of my Rare and Collectible PS3 game series. Be sure to leave a like below, guys, and appreciate a comment. Say good day. If you've picked up any games in the series, let me know. That's awesome. And if you haven't already, be sure to drop a sub, guys. Just hit 2,000 followers on Twitch today, so that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying this social media grind. It's been really fun. You guys are really cool on YouTube, so thanks, guys, and I'll see you next week. Have a nice day.